live coverage of high school wrestling tonight. A Northwest Suburban matchup in the top of the state competitively, both Coon Rapids and Centennial. Joey on Howie Shapiro sidelines, and Howie, it should be a very interesting match. Centennial far superior in the lower weights. Coon Rapids hoping to counteract that with a very strong top of his lineup.
Absolutely. Cardinals come in at 4-3, Centennial 3-1, and as you see, head coach Bob Adams right there, looking at the action.
First up at 106 is Emily Shilson for Centennial against Jonathan Svobodny for Coon Rapids.
Well, and Shilson is a pretty good wrestler. She won the won the tournament the Cardinals were at.
Trying to get in on the feet. Good counter by Svobodny, trying to get behind her.
The Cardinals want to stay competitive in the lower weights.
Yeah, it's big for them to not only stay competitive, but in some of these spots where they are going up against ranked wrestlers, they need to avoid as many bonus points as possible.
Absolutely.
Svobodny gets the takedown in the first points of the match.
This is a weight class, Joe. I know they like to start out with a win here, if they could start out right, because they're gonna have difficulty, really in the 126, 32, 38, 45, and those are some weight classes that they want to at least be competitive and certainly stay off their backs.
Down to 20 seconds left in this first period. Shilson to her feet and gets the escape.
Yep, a nice job by Shilson to get up and get those points, or that point.
She goes in for the single leg late here in the first period, and Svobodny tried to counter but comes up short. He will have a 2-1 lead going to the second period.
There's head coach Steve Peterson. Joe and I had a chance to talk to him, and he says his kids are going to wrestle hard tonight. They've had a nice season with a 3-1 start. They want to continue and see if they can get the win. It's been a while since Centennial has been able to defeat Coon Rapids. I think Coach Adams told me since 2003. So this is an opportunity for the Cougars, because they've got a pretty good squad if they can get an opportunity to get the win here tonight.
Svobodny looking for that cradle takedown again.
Shilson trying to get out, trying to get to her feet.
Good reversal by Shilson, but fortunately Svobodny able to stay away from the takedown, and it'll just be a 2-2 tie on their feet again.
That's a couple of times Shilson has been able to escape to garner some points.
Stay low, hands down. Hands down, touch the mat. Touch the mat. No, watch your headlock here. Snap.
Coach Tronson, a little encouragement. Svobodny, I'm sorry.
Shilson with a good shot to the ankle, gets the takedown, takes her first lead. And now trying desperately to keep control, but can't as Svobodny finally runs out.
I'll give Svobodny an extra point, 4-3 now.
Again, she's in deep on that double leg.
That's 2 more points for her. She got in there quick.
And got Svobodny's legs crossed up, got a hand in the middle there to prevent him from running this time. So a good period for Emily Shilson. She'll take a 6-3 lead into the third period.
Yeah, she did a nice job of accumulating points and to take that lead. We'll see what her strategy is here in the third.
Svobodny starting on the bottom here in the third period. Shilson doing a good job of breaking him back down.
Svobodny could not get up to get that escape point.
Turning the head, and she's got him in trouble. She got the pin. 21 seconds into the third period.
Yeah, not the way the Cardinals wanted to start, and good job by Shilson to turn the head and get the pin. And that'll start Centennial off in the right direction. I'll see it again. But did a nice job
early on.
Yep.
Takedowns.
Yeah,
for
and again, using her
Svobodny.
quickness. And then doing a good job, and then she's going to turn the head and get the pin.
Yeah, just good job of getting the head down, and already Cardinals trying to answer here. 113 degrees. Got Mulberry on his back and in some trouble very early in this first period at 113. He's trying to lean back, get control of those arms.
Not trying to keep him down. He's got pretty good control on top, but he just can't get him to pin.
Seemed the last pin came rather quick, and this one is.
Lift the head, lift the head. Let's try one last push, one last push. Get to a team. Get to a team. Come on, kid, control me out.
So a takedown and 3 near fall points for Gabe Degree. Grease just couldn't quite get Mulberry to his back.
Well, he's done a nice job of controlling the match so far, but you're right, Joe. He just couldn't get him to the back to get the pin, but he's been in charge here since the start.
Had him wrapped up in the cradle and got 2 more near fall points. "20 seconds left here in period number 1.
Cardinal would certainly like to get the pin here at 113.
Mulberry trying to use his legs to squeeze out behind DeGrease. DeGrease got him flipped over to his back again for 3, 2, 1.
Yeah.
Mulberry is going to live to wrestle another period, but a 9-0 period for Gabe DeGrease.
Yeah, DeGrease did a nice job of controlling that. And we're going to see the takedown here. Did a nice job of getting Mulberry to the mat. Just could not get that final pin. We'll see how he comes out here in the second.
Inside left hand. Inside left hand.
Great fireman's takedown, carry for the takedown. And again, Mulberry in trouble early. Got control of that left arm of Mulberry underneath.
He's just not able to turn him. I mean, he got that those early points, and the 2 more points here in the second.
Looking for the cradle again underneath.
Mulberry's doing a nice job of just staying off his back, making sure he doesn't allow the pin, but DeGrease is certainly having his way with him so far.
DeGrease cuts him loose at the bequest of head coach Bob Adams.
Take down, snap down, come on. You're tired, you're tired. To his back, to his back.
Trying to get him to his back. He did a nice
And
job
got
there.
the headlock.
Yeah.
Mulberry is just a contortionist underneath.
He will not allow the pin.
Plastic Man that just...
You can hear the coaches telling him to squeeze hard. He just can't get that pin, Joe.
Again.
It looked like he may have had him
by the buzzer.
Exactly.
And that's going to turn it into a tech fall victory for, or maybe not. We're at 14.
No, 14. Yep.
Oh, they did. Yeah, they're at 16.
Oh, yeah, okay, so now the game.
So it's a tech fall win, 16-1.
Nice match for Gabe DeGrees. That'll give the Cardinals 5 points. They'll be down 6-5 going into 120.
We should be seeing David Weiser for the Cardinals going up against Zach Spetzman.
I think it's a forfeit. Yeah, this is a forfeit. They talked about it. We had talked about it earlier. Their 120 wrestler was held out for some skin issues, and they ended up wrestling their 120 in JV. So that'll give Coon Rapids the 11-6 lead. Quickest victory he's ever had.
But that is going to be where the tough part of the order comes in for Centennial. Moses Medimba on the mat for Coon Rapids at 126. Aston DeGeest.
Both the wrestlers very quick.
And DeGeest an early takedown. As we talked about how he's just incredibly important for the next 4 matches for Coon Rapids to avoid as many bonus points as possible.
Yeah, I think if they want to stay in this at this point, that definitely is. They have to stay off their back. They cannot give up a pin.
And Medimba in some trouble trying to bridge his way. DeGeese trying to finish this one early. He's got him in a tough spot with a lot of time left.
Plenty of time
in this first period. Both arms under control.
He's just trying to lean on him, trying to get that weight.
How Medimba's able to keep that other shoulder off the mat. You see him propping it up with the left arm.
Well, you got to do what you can to avoid the pin.
Well, this is what we saw.
There it is.
Mulberry do, but more effectively. Very early pin in 112.
So that'll Centennial will take the lead back 12-11. But again, DeGeese did a nice job getting him on his back and then just applying enough pressure to get the pin. There you see the slap on the mat.
And now at 132, we've got Jake Berglund for Centennial against Coon Rapids' Matt McLean. Another freshman. There's a quick takedown for Berglund. And there you see him get to that arm and get the arm bar working.
Well, Berglund's a pretty good wrestler. He's rated number 6 in the state in the 132 class. So this is obviously, we talked about one of the weights they want to keep him out, but this is maybe the best competition, the best wrestler in that middle class for Centennial. Coach Johnson telling him to keep his shoulder on the mat. Oh, he's got him turned.
And McLean in a whole lot of trouble.
A lot of trouble at this point.
1 minute left in the period, right in the middle of the mat.
Just squeeze, he'll quit. Make him quit, just squeeze. Make him quit. Come on, just squeeze, he'll quit.
Centennial staff telling their wrestler to squeeze because he'll quit if you continue to squeeze. There it is. Again, another quick pin for the Cougars.
Fall for the Cougars, Jake Berglund.
See it again, Berglund just being very aggressive from the start. He's able to turn him on his back and then continue to put the pressure on to get the pin.
And quickly to 138. Oh, wait, we just saw 138. 145, Dakota Haller on the mat for
No, we're at 138.
Freddie Medimba at 138.
Yep. Tyler Shilson and Freddie Medimba.
You know what, I got thrown off. 2 Medimbas. I knew that.
Quick points for Shilson. He jumps to the 4-2 lead after he let Medimba up.
Going to trade 2 for 1s until he finds a combination that takes him directly to his back.
And he's trying to go low. Medimba's doing a good job of just fighting that off, not letting him get that leverage.
Good toss and get into the legs for Shilson, and he's going to have himself another takedown.
Yeah, again, Shilson using that speed to get around and get those 2 additional points.
And he'll just let him go.
At that point with a 6-3 lead now. 38 seconds remaining in the opening period. Shilson with a nice lead. Again, trying to go low, but Medimba said, nope, you're not going to get that.
Shilson, another takedown, and Medimba wisely and quickly gets back towards his chest.
Yeah, you don't want him to turn this situation, and he's going to get off the mat.
Well, he knows as well as everyone they can't afford it to be 4 straight pins.
No, definitely not.
And with 2 in a row in that first period.
There's the last takedown by Shilson. Again, using that quickness.
Shilson will start out on the bottom here in the second. And a quick reversal. Pushing his lead to 10-3.
Yeah, this middle weight for Centennial. Very good wrestlers. Very aggressive. Shilson trying to pull him back in. And there he brings it back. Now he's got
And he got him turned over,
back.
and
Yep.
Medimba in trouble. A little more than a minute remaining here in this second period.
There it
There
is.
it is.
Yeah, again, another pin, and this is exactly what the Cardinal coaching staff wanted to avoid here this evening. Are those pins in these middle weights now that really pushes Centennial's lead up mightily.
But at the same time, 6 matches in, and every
one
has
pin.
been bonus points.
Bonus points, right? Because there was that
The
16-1.
There was the tech fall
Yep.
and the forfeit, both in favor of Coon Rapids.
Now wrestling at 100
Chris Bothwell in for Coon Rapids.
Yeah, Mike Matheson for Centennial. A little change in the lineup there. They're looking to see if they can get some points back here with Cardinals are.
Bothwell did well against Matheson last year.
He did.
And big for Coon Rapids if they can stop this skid and get a little momentum turned back into their favor. This is basically the midway point, 7 of 14 weight classes.
Yeah, they desperately need to get some points here if they can.
But yeah, the first 6 decided by bonus points.
Yep.
It's out of a possible total of 36 points, 35 have been scored. Matheson trying to get in, staying with it, keeps his legs going to get behind. Bothwell trying to prevent it, keeping control of that arm, trying to get the leg back, and finishing off the takedown is Mike Matheson.
Yeah, Matheson able to get Bothwell down to the mat. Now trying to get him over on his back. Let's see if Bothwell can get the escape point.
20 seconds left here in the first period.
Chris Bothwell, a sophomore for Coon Rapids. Matheson, the senior.
Trying to get control of that left arm. Get Bothwell turned over. Bothwell back to his base.
Well, Chris is a solid wrestler. Doing a nice job in that first period. Just down 2-0.
Bothwell defers, and Matheson chooses the down position to start period number 2.
Matheson trying to get that escape. Bothwell doing a good job of staying on top of him and using his weight as leverage.
Penalty point awarded to Matheson.
Bothwell wrapping that leg around, trying to bring him down, and he did.
He's got the headlock on, trying to get Matheson turned over. Matheson working on that left elbow, trying to get his head free. Stalemate finally called. They'll return to the center of the mat with 54 seconds left in the second.
A tight one so far, just a 3-0 lead for Matheson of Centennial.
Potentially dangerous,
Yep.
so start over. Matheson got to his feet, broken back down by Bothwell. Again to his feet.
Next time it's 2 points. Okay, the next time it'll be 2 points, no more.
Technical called for the clasp. Another point awarded and a 4-0 lead now for Matheson.
That's twice for Bothwell on the clasp call.
Good deep shot on the single leg. Gets Bothwell to the ground. Trying to hold on to Matheson's leg and keep him from getting the takedown before the end of the period, but unfortunately unable to do so. And a 7-0 lead for Mike Matheson going to period number 3.
Yeah, Matheson with a nice score in that second period to bring it to 7-0. See the good move there for the takedown.
Aided, of course, by the 2 penalty points. Bothwell tried to get in on him. Matheson able to keep him at bay and now trying to work around behind him. And he does have the takedown.
Yeah, Matheson in control of this now, trying to get him to his back. Bothwell doing his best to stay out of it, getting back to his chest.
Matheson nearly had him in the cradle. Still working for that cradle. And a stalemate is called. 1:05 remaining. A 9-1 lead for Mike Matheson. Centennial trying to bolster their 24-11 lead in this match. And Howie, we knew coming in the first half would most likely belong to Centennial.
Yes,
the Rapids hoping their second half will be just as strong and enough to get them the team victory. And here's Matheson trying to get Bothwell turned over. He's got that left arm. Bothwell got rolled back momentarily, now pushes back, now bridges.
Yeah, Matheson really doing a nice job at this point, keeping control on top of him.
Nice job by Bothwell to roll through it. Still going to end up being only 2 near fall points. Lead is 12-1. And under 10 seconds here. Looks like this one's going to end up in a major decision for Mike Matheson. 4 points for the Cougars, but definitely better than 6. And every point may count when we get to the end.
Well, that's the key for the Cardinals, just trying to keep things as close as they possibly can until they get to the heavier weights.
Well, this is where they hope to turn it on.
Yep.
Second half.
So it'll be Logan Bruning.
Now wrestling at 152 pounds for Coon Rapids,
Dakota Holler.
I was going to say that is not Josh
That's
Bryant.
not Josh Bryant. So Dakota moves up to 152 from 145.
Went for the double leg, held off by Bruning. And now trying to get that left wing, that left arm chicken wing. He does, and he gets the takedown.
Jumps to a quick 2-point lead. Well, Dakota's in an important spot here for the Cardinals at 152. But definitely like to keep it close.
Pickle too.
And that was that is true.
And that one was potentially dangerous, and they'll reset at the center, 2-0 in favor of Bruning. Quick sit out by Holler, but Bruning able to spin around behind. Breaks him back down, and we'll go back to work on this time on the right arm.
Again, Bruning
He's almost got Holler's Right arm back behind him. Holler gets his hands back underneath a little bit.
Good job. Good job.
Under 15 seconds remaining.
Brody doing a good job of just staying in control. Just a slight lead at 2-0, but he has been in control, kept Holler on the mat.
Well, he kept the pressure on him.
Yep.
It gets a lot more tiring being underneath.
Absolutely.
Right away. You do your feet right away. We need points out of you. Let's go. Turn it. Turn the pen. Come on. Hey, hey. Hey, push. Get him heavy on his hand. Press him forward.
Holler doing a nice job keeping the pressure on, not letting Bruning get to his feet.
Bruning getting hold of that right leg underneath. Trying to use it as leverage. And a stalemate.
Words of encouragement from head coach Bob Adams to Dakota Holler. Bruning's going to get the
able
escape.
to get the escape. Pushes lead to 3. Holler going for the single leg and a good counter by Bruning. He'll spin around and get the takedown.
I'll give him a couple more points. 5-0 now in favor of Bruning and the Cougars.
Again, he's got Holler's left arm in there nice and tight. Holler able to work it back to his base.
And Bruner looking for that leverage on Holler.
Coon Rapids being warned for stalling underneath. 15 seconds left in the second. Another chicken wing. But he's going to run out of time. It'll be a 5-0 lead going to the second period for Bruning.
Now Dakota Holler's going to start on the mat. It's a big third period for him, down 5-0. Holler's been on his back most of this match. We'll see what kind of energy he has left in the last 130. I meant to say on the mat.
Holler's in trouble again here early in this third period. Bruning able to get that right arm behind him and now getting him turned over.
He's in trouble now.
He's going to come away with a couple of back points. Good bridge by Holler.
Yeah, Holler doing his best to try
to turn back underneath.
Under a minute.
Holler somehow
nice
got out of that and got back to his base.
Gonna get 3 points out of that.
And that'll put him into major decision territory. An escape here by Holler would be a big 1 point for his team.
And he's running out of time. Under 15.
Another turn for Bruning. Final seconds ticking off. Holler bridging.
He's
And
gonna stay
able
out of
to
the pin.
stay out
Yep.
of the pin. It will be a major decision. 3 more. So an 11-0 win.
Centennial continuing to pile up points. Make it 32-11.
Puts that much more pressure on Coon Rapids upper weights to get
They need
even
some
more
pins.
bonus points.
Yeah.
Now wrestling at 160 pounds for Coon Rapids, Josh Bryant.
Josh
And
Bryant
for
in now.
Centennial Cougars, Cody Peterson.
Cody Peterson wrestling for the Cougars.
Yeah, Josh is number 7 in 160 in this weight. This is an opportunity, as you just mentioned, for Coon Rapids to try and get some points back.
Bryant will get the first points with the takedown. Stalemate called. They'll return to the center of the mat. Quick sit up, but Bryant able to stay with it and stay behind him.
Trying to get position here. Escape point.
Well, for Coon Rapids, you know, you talk about how much they lost to graduation, but this is a team that over the last decade or so, their only conference losses have come at the hands of Anoka.
Yes, absolutely.
Outside of one loss to Elk River a couple years ago.
Yeah, the Cardinals lost 167 wins from last year's squad with graduation. Most in the conference, by far. So it's always test your program and how much the younger wrestlers come up and step up.
It was an interesting exchange right there, but no points
Nope.
awarded. Neither able to get the clear position. Bothwell Brian rather underneath doing a nice job of not letting Peterson get complete control. Bryant will have the 2-1 lead. Going to the second, he defers, and Peterson will go underneath.
Maybe, think he could have scored some more points here in that first period, looking to see if he can control it in this situation.
Stalemate,
Yep.
Let's start over. 29 seconds, you guys move 3 feet.
Yep. Well, and Bryant's just trying to establish that position from the mat.
Another good stand-up by Peterson, but Bryant breaks him right back down. And Peterson, although he's given up the one takedown and now starting underneath here in the second, is really not giving Bryant anything to work with.
No, nothing.
Towards a pinning combination of any sort to get him to his back.
Well, give him credit for that because, Bryant coming in here being the, as we just said, 7th rated wrestler in the state. It's a big match for Peterson, and he's living up to the challenge right now.
Bryant finally able to get him turned.
And Anderson trying to stay off his back. Trying to use that bridge.
Peterson finally able to spin out. 3 near fall points for Josh Bryant, makes it a 5-1 lead.
Well, Josh would really like to get the pin in this situation. You know, certainly for the fact that his squad is behind 32-11, that would help try and narrow this lead.
They need all the bonus points they can get
Yes.
down the stretch.
Yes, they do.
Bryant will start on the bottom with a 5-1 lead here in the third. Peterson's first chance to wrestle from on top.
Peterson trying to roll Bryant. Josh will have none of it.
And we need to see some urgency from Bryant.
Right.
Talk about those bonus points his team really needing at this point in the match.
We're down to a minute left in this match. He would desperately like to score some additional points here.
For Peterson to just get out of this with even a decision is big.
Huge.
Because Coon Rapids not quite needing every win quite yet, but they're pretty
They're getting close. They're getting close. That's why the Cardinals felt it so important for them to avoid some pins in those lower weights, and they unfortunately weren't able to do that. So it puts the pressure back on the Cardinals to try and get into this, get back into this.
Down to 15 seconds, and Bryant unable to break out from underneath in the third period and do any damage means he will get the 5-1 win, but 3 team points. Tried to granny roll out a little bit too late.
Yeah, probably thought they were going to score a little better here, but they'll obviously take the points. That'll make it 32-14 in favor of the Cougars. Move us to 170.
Very early on, and that's the only takedown right there. And we saw the near fall points in the third. Joey Bothwell wrestling at 170 for Coon Rapids. John Knoll.
Yeah, John Knoll's rated 5th at 170 in the state, just a 9th grader. It's a big kid for a 9th grader.
Yeah.
So this is another important one for the Cardinals now to make sure they stay out of getting bonus points scored against them. Joey Bothwell, the junior, good wrestler in his own right.
Bothwell got behind him, then drops down, grabs the leg, gets it up high, and will get the takedown.
Nice job by Bothwell to be aggressive. Get those 2 points.
A little bit of a nosebleed for Knoll will stop the action.
First stoppage we've seen so far in this match. Nice takedown by Bothwell. That's where the bloody nose came in. Landed on his face. You can see the blood there.
Joey Bothwell getting some instruction from assistant coach Adam Tronson. Oh, Head coach Steve Peterson out there doing the
He's
doing the
cleanup.
cleanup.
Cleanup duty.
Coach's job
Does
is
it
never
all.
done.
Does it all.
And Bothwell just going to let him stand back up. And they'll wrestle from the feet. Good shrug and nearly led to a takedown for Bothwell.
Bothwell's being aggressive and going right after him.
Noel shooting for the leg and Bothwell staying away.
We'll see if having that one side plugged for Noel has any issues breathing wise.
Bothwell got control of the head, or the hand, kept him down, spun around, got the leg. Trying to finish off the takedown. Noel doing a nice job of not giving up.
Clean break, guys. Stop. Good. Nice break, guys. Here we go.
Stalemate and
Took a little while.
a pretzel situation.
It
They
took a little
needed
while
to
to get unlocked.
untangled.
Yep.
That's going to do it for the first period. Bothwell will have the 2-1 lead.
Well, good contest so far between these two very good wrestlers. It's the earlier takedown.
The only takedown.
Yeah, earlier.
Which was earlier.
Which was earlier, correct.
Kind of bounced Noel off the mat a little bit.
On his face.
Bloodied his nose. Bothwell got back to his feet, but Noel able to break him back down, staying really high on his back right here.
And just tried to make that move for outside the circle.
Switching to a quarter Nelson, getting control with the feet.
Here the coaches tell him to keep moving.
Back to the center of the mat. Got that quarter Nelson on Bothwell. Putting a good deal of pressure against the back of his head. Right in the middle of the mat, just under a minute to go here in the second period at 170. Centennial up big, 32-14. Coon Rapids needs some wins, and they need some bonus points.
They definitely do. And now they're at 170. We're getting closer towards the end of this match, and they definitely need to get some bonus points here if they want to stay in it.
shrugs him off and then goes right back at him.
Yeah, again, just being aggressive, and that's what he wanted to do. Off the mat there, but
How that wasn't, I'm not sure how that wasn't a takedown.
coaches didn't agree with that from the Coon Rapids sideline.
Coach Tronson wants an explanation. I am no wrestling expert, but he shrugged him off. There was your escape. He got that point. And he jumped right back on top of him, I guess. In the referee's opinion, he didn't have control at that time in order to consider it a takedown.
We'll see Joe take another look at it. Again, able to get out of the grasp and get the... See, now there, you got the escape, and again, being aggressive.
Because he went up over the top. But yeah, right there, he's in control and he's behind, I think. And then it rolls out of bounds. Not the way the referee saw it, and that's what's important. We start the third with Bothwell on top, a 3-1 lead. Trying to chicken wing that right arm. Noel trying to get it back.
That's calling for stalling. Coon Rapids fans, anyway.
Noel doing a good job of keeping control of that right arm until now, at least. Bothwell able to get it behind him, but only for a moment. Now a caution for stalling underneath.
Under a minute. Bothwell would like to see if he can turn him here in this situation to try and get those bonus points, but no credit for staying out of that situation.
And Bothwell in some trouble here with 20 seconds left.
Coach Adams.
A pin here would mean Centennial is guaranteed at the very worst a tie. And what a crazy turn of events right there at the end.
Give credit to Noel, did a nice job of turning him and then getting the pin. That's a big win for the Cougars.
So now even with pins in the last 4 matches for Coon Rapids, it would only be a tie.
You
so
see it right there.
Anything short of a Coon Rapids pin.
There's the pin.
And for your Riley Treadle.
Riley Treadle and Jack Scheck. Treadle, a football player, as is Scheck.
Nice job by Treadle to keep his toes in, get that takedown right at the edge of the mat.
Starts with that 2-0 lead.
Scheck, nice job getting to his feet quickly, broken back down, but still working and will finally get away. Trying to finish off, and will get around and get that takedown and get in front 3-2.
Yeah, nice move by Sheck there to get those 2 points. Treadle trying to get off the man, he did.
Hey, just come up. Just come up. Patience when you get to your feet.
Sheck definitely the taller, longer wrestler. But at 182, Treadle is pretty compact.
He definitely is. You can tell the training he puts in.
Stay tough. Stay tough. You're up. You're up.
Able to get to his feet, spin away.
We're tied at 3.
On wrist. On wrist.
Final 15 seconds here of the first period. Treadle
No rest.
shot hard with the double leg, and
Turn away. Turn away.
that whistle definitely worked in Coon Rapids' favor. Right on the edge of the mat.
Pretty competitive at 182 here so far through the first. We're tied up at 3. Take a couple of takedowns, one by each wrestler.
That's just good determination
Yeah.
by Jack Sheck after good job spreading out by Treadle to avoid the double leg shot. Sheck stays with it and spins around behind.
Moving. Out in there. Stay tough on top. There you go. Clear the leg. Just stay solid. Hip over. Like that over. Like that over. Like that over. There you go.
Sheck looking for the cradle.
Lock that up. Lift it. Good.
They would get up and get away.
He'll take the lead.
Hey, just moving. Whip in front. Riley, just stick down. Stay down. Move her feet. Shots go. That shot. Down. Snap.
Charles just backing Sheck out of the ring.
Move her feet, 20 seconds. On her wrist. Change your levels for your shot, Jack. Change your levels, Jack. Don't reach.
Both wrestlers, I think, looking for that edge down low.
Well, again, as we get ready for this third period, we need to see a little more urgency out of the Coon Rapids wrestlers to get these guys on their backs. Now they need a pin at each of the last 4 weight classes in order to salvage a tie. And it was a spot in the order where they felt they were definitely superior.
They thought so at this point too. Sheck has 2 minutes to see if he can get that pin.
Stay in there. Get on the wrist. Jack, on the head. Stay on it, circle. Stay on it.
Neither giving up anything.
No. Well, neither one wants to make a mistake at this point.
Move your feet, Ron. Move your feet, Ron.
Treadle going for the double leg. Good job by Bryant or Scheck to stay out of it. Bryant was a couple of matches ago.
Stay on him.
They sound so much alike, Bryant and Scheck.
Yeah, right.
Stay on that.
Look a lot alike,
Yeah.
too. No, not really.
1 minute.
We're under a minute. And Treadle going,
He
using
got
that
in
quickness
deep.
to get in deep.
That.
Yep.
He got his shoulder all the way in on the midsection, but he spun the wrong way, put his feet out of bounds. Now Scheck going for the double and just driving through for the takedown.
That was a nice move by Scheck. Now with 34 seconds left and a 2-point lead.
Up to your feet. Up to your feet. Up to your feet.
That's just a good aggressive move by Scheck to get the points.
But off of the restart, a possible reverse, and there it is. We're tied with 15 seconds remaining. And if Treadle can get him turned over and get back points, which he will going down the stretch, this will guarantee the victory for Centennial, and they'll do it without backing into the wind, so to speak.
Yeah, nice win for Treadle, able to gain that advantage late in that third period. That puts the lead 41-14 in the match in favor of the Cougars.
And now at 195, we'll see Hank Lovick against Centennial's Justin Moline. Another look at that reversal right there at the end, and a nice job by Treadle to work it into the cradle.
Well, he was shooting down low early, just about as getting towards the end, and able to get it that time.
195 pounds for Coon Rapids, Hank Lubbock.
Hank Lovick
For your Cougar, Justin Moline.
and Justin Moline for the Cougars.
Single leg takedown by Moline, but it's off the edge of the mat, so no points. Moline in deep, double leg takedown.
Moline being aggressive here.
Lovick trying to get to the edge.
Tripod up. Get up, get up. Come on, up. You got it. Come on. Throw that hand across your head. Get that leg out. Get that leg out. There you go. Back to your base. Water.
Lovick trying to work his way off that mat. They're all doing a nice job of keeping him back in, and they'll get off the mat. On the
Move.
30 seconds left here in the first. Moline that 2-0 lead. Lovick quick switch off the whistle, but Moline able to stay with him.
Yeah, like Moline doing a good job of just keeping his weight on top and not letting him get that escape point. He was trying to turn him, but ran out of time. You see Moline get down low and get that takedown.
Moline will start underneath for period number 2. Lovick's going to let him go.
Yep. Be two.
And a great single leg ankle pick. It's 2 good takedowns for Moline and a 5-0 lead.
And Moline just trying to turn him. Lubbock staying on his stomach. Yeah,
Moline working on turning the hips.
Yep. Lubbock trying to get off the mat.
And we'll eventually get there. Moline's going to let him go. Another takedown for Moline.
Moline's got him in a tough spot, but Lubbock trying to get off that mat again. 18 seconds remaining in period number 2.
And that'll do it for the second period. A solid 9-1 lead for Moline as we start the third.
Hank's looking over to Coach Adams to see where he wants him to start. It's going to start down.
Hank tried to roll out of it, not able to do so. Moline able to stay right with him. Going to go to work on those legs again, trying to get Lovick twisted over.
Moline pulling him back on the mat, not letting him get off.
Stall caution for Lovick underneath. Got the left arm underneath, and then potentially hazardous as he grabbed the chin.
Just 20 seconds left in this match.
Able to get the quarter Nelson to get Lovick's head turn and get on top, and he gets some near fall points, and he does with 3 seconds left. He gets the pin.
Moline able to get him turned and get the pin.
And now 2:20, we have Jason Tharud for Centennial and Nick Halseth for Coon Rapids.
Now we're getting to the big boys.
And a quick takedown for Halseth. Gets a couple of near fall points at the same time. So quick 4-0 lead for Nick Halseth. Thorud able to step out. Halseth gets down and just scoops up a leg and gives up on it. Halseth, a little ankle pick. Trips Thorud up, but Thorud stays with him and then almost gets behind him. And now Halseth trying to get his head free and finish another takedown, and he does.
Pushes the lead to 6-1.
Several of the guys, Sport and Stash is trying to be Shapiro.
Yeah. Took me a long time to grow this. About an hour and a half. I think.
Off the whistle, Halseth looking for the cradle. Switch and go for it on the other side instead. Able to get it locked up. Tharud rolls right through it. Nice job by Halseth to make sure he got back up and did not allow the reversal.
Tharud gets the escape point, 6-2.
Another look at one of the takedowns for Nick Halseth in that first period. Second period, Tharud starting out on the bottom. Half Nelson for Halseth gets him turned over, and Tharud in a lot of trouble.
A lot of trouble.
Very early in this second period, right in the middle of the
Halseth
match.
doing a nice job controlling. There it is. Halseth gets the pin. I see the Cardinals with a pin in that situation. 47-20.
That'll bring up the heavyweights as we take another look at the half Nelson, and rolled Tharud over and then finished it off with the headlock.
I'm not sure what the delay is. I think.
Oh, because of the brace. They have to wrap it.
They have to wrap the brace.
Tim Mandyke against Sam Bird for Centennial at heavyweight.
Both juniors?
Wow, all of a sudden Centennial has 185 points.
Pretty tough.
I only had him at 47.
That's tough to do.
I only had him at 47, but
Wrestling at 285 pounds.
team score actually 47-20.
And for your Centennial Cougars, Sam Bird.
Not 185 to 14.
That would be correct.
It's all the same. Centennial will get the victory, and
They
that's
will.
a big one for them.
It is a big one for them in a convincing fashion. So apparently, he got a penalty point for not wrapping that brace. So it's 1-0 Bird at this point.
Well, now it's 2-1.
Yep. Those are some big young men.
Mandyke trying to get that left arm of Bird out from underneath him, get him turned over, and he does. And Bird in some trouble. A little less than 45 seconds left right in the middle of the mat. Mandyke trying to slide down. Bird's got a hold of the back of his shorts trying to keep him at bay. Hey, whatever you can do.
Absolutely.
Trying to keep him from getting chest to chest.
There it is.
But there it is. Pin comes in 135.
That was a quick win for Mandyke, and a couple of pins back-to-back for the Cardinals to end this contest, but it certainly was not going to be enough.
No, and just a very impressive start to the lineup for Centennial. I mean, they start with a pin, then give up the tech fall and the forfeit, and then scored 3 straight pins and 2 major decisions in a row, and from that point had convincing control of the match. But again, it could have gone the Cardinals. It just meant the Cardinals needed to be that dominant in the second half of the match, and they were just unable to do so.
Yeah, unfortunately, they weren't able to do so. And again, that middle weights for Coon Rapids, they were looking to get some points, not get the amount of pins that they accrued there. And you know, as you said, give credit to the Cougars. They did a good job. Up for wins this one 47-26. Red's in the house.
He made it. Made the trip to Centennial.
Yep.
But it's going to end with a Coon Rapids loss. The final again from Centennial. It's the Cougars 47, the Cardinals 26. I want to thank everybody out there for joining us and continuing to support everything we do here at CTN. For the entire crew, including Howie Shapiro, I'm Joe Young, saying good night.